Assalamu alaikum. I'm Huda Danyal, and today I'm here to raise awareness about HPV, human papilloma virus infection. Just 2 days ago, I received a circular from my daughter's school asking for my consent to administer the HPV vaccine to her. To be honest, that was the first time I heard this term. Just as any layman and stay at home mother, I had my doubts and turned to the most commonly used and accessible search engine. I googled HPV, and there it was. What is HPV? HPV is a common group of over 200 related viruses. The most common and serious HPV types are 6, 11, 16, and 18. How it spreads. This virus is transmitted through intimate skin-to-skin contact. Therefore, it's a form of STD. A person can contract HPV even if the other person with the virus has no visible sign or symptoms. After knowing these facts, I was in a state of doubt that since it's caused by skin-to-skin contact, should my 14-year-old still be getting it? Then I turned to professionals. I asked one, not two, but at least 10 professionals from the medical field, including gynecologists, pediatricians, and medical reps alike, both males and females, and both in Pakistan and abroad. 9 out of 10 of them stated it is safe to administer these vaccines to girls of 9 years to 15 years of age and will prevent them of future risk of cervical cancer. After hearing this, one may ask which vaccines are available as a preventive measure against HPV. So there are 3: Gardasil, Cervarix, and Gardasil 9. These vaccines are given to children in USA, Canada, and UK. However, to my surprise, and maybe even yours, Gardasil and Cervarix are no longer used in America. Yes, you heard that right. Many people who received the Gardasil HPV vaccine filed lawsuits against the manufacturer Merck and Co. after suffering from severe side effects such as autoimmune disorders, blood disorders, chronic fatigue symptoms, chronic pain syndromes, fibromyalgia, lupus, movement disorders, neurological disorders, POTS, postal orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, reproductive disorders such as premature ovarian failure, and last but not the least, death. Now, since it's a nationwide campaign going on in Pakistan for the month of September, specifically from 15th to 27th, I thought of digging up some info related to our democratic region, and this is what I found. In Pakistan, cervical cancer is ranked as the third most common cancer amongst women in 2024 and second most common cancer in women aged 15 to 44. This position remained consistent as a significant public health issue in the country, with over 5,000 new cases diagnosed annually. Key reasons for cervical cancer in Pakistan. HPV is the primary cause of cervical cancer, and its transmissions is linked to factors like early marriages and high fertility rates. We all are aware that in rural areas, there are still practices of child marriages and high fertility rates, especially amongst the less literate population. Low awareness and education. Many women lack knowledge about cervical cancer, its risk factors, its preventive measures like the HPV vaccine, and screening methods like pap smears. Let me be very honest with you. I had my pap smear done after the age of 30, that too on the recommendation of my gynecologist, even though it suggested that a pap smear should be done at least 3 to 5 years after the age of 21 till the age of 65. The cost of a pap smear test in Pakistan varies, but you can expect to pay anywhere between 1,000 rupees to 3,500 rupees or more depending on the laboratory. Barriers to screening. Misconceptions. Women have misconceptions about cervical cancer and screening tests. Embarrassment and stigma. Societal stigma about sexual health and embarrassment about screening are significant barriers. lack of access. Inadequate healthcare facilities, poor access to services, and financial constraint prevent women from getting screened. Smoking. Tobacco use weakens the immune system and increases the risk of HPV infection progressing to serious conditions. Poor healthcare infrastructure. There is a lack of trained professionals to conduct low-cost screening methods such as visual inspection with acetic acid. Impact of these factors. Late diagnosis. Due to these barriers, women often present with advanced stages of the disease, leading to high mortality rates. Now, having given you all the facts, what would you decide for your daughter to give or not to give the HPV vaccine? Let's just hold that thought for a minute and let me take you a few years back in time. In 2020, during the outbreak of the pandemic, when the whole world was surrounded by fear and uncertainty, and we were presented by so-called cure, which were the vaccines, most, if not all of us, had it administered, despite being oblivious to its effects. I too was one of them who took the vaccine. 2 years later, I found out I'm suffering from endometriosis and adenomyosis, but only the former had a cure. Later, I also heard stories of other women who suffered from similar or different fertility issues that were experienced after they had had the vaccine. Ever since this experience, I'm very skeptical. And why not should I be? This is concerning my daughter's health. I took whatever steps were necessary to keep myself alive and running, but I would never wish that upon anyone or their daughter. As an educated individual and mother, it is my duty to research and find out more about it until my heart is satisfied to make a mindful decision for my daughter. My mind is convinced that all the medical data and opinions of medical professionals are in favor of getting the vaccine as a preventive measure for cervical cancer. But I can't help but wonder, what if Bill Gates is offloading his unuseful or usable stock of Gardasil and Cervarix to our people? Are they not trying to control our population from years? We should ask doctors, will they give these vaccines to their daughters? If they say yes, then we should too. So until my heart agrees with my mind, I will keep looking, and so should you. The question still remains, to give or not to give. Please share your thoughts and comments. And also, do like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.